Somebody tracked us down, probably you.
No, not me.
Who we got up here?
Okay, let's try this again with the top of your head. Alright. Anybody come over?
Chaos Dick, Kaleidoscope. I'm here. I'm here. Apache Heaven. I'm here. Ha, Wendy. I'm sorry I couldn't remember her name, Mike. Happy Quack's back. Shepherd's Homestead. Sharon Stoddard. Kaleidoscope. We already said Kaleidoscope.
I don't see the new one. Okay.
You probably better go to the channel.
Yep.
Well, 6 people, man.
The whole top of your head.
Well, I'm too old to get
Okay,
embarrassed.
Apache Heaven. Hey, how you doing? Shepherd's Homestead, did you say hey to them?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're back up and going.
I don't know what I'm doing. I've told y'all 1,000 times. I'm not a professional YouTuber. I barely know how to work any of it.
They said the picture's better now, too. Well, something else that we want to say earlier.
We're dealing with
About getting
flood.
new equipment.
Hey, Keach. Preacher, we got a preacher.
We are talking about getting some new equipment and need to know what we need.
Case is fine, preacher. If it's a JI case, the old yellow kind of cream colored cases, I might would kind of. They're good tractors, but they're a little bit obsolete, hard to get parts for. Some brands like John Deere, Massey Ferguson, Farmall, there's following people restore them. You can get a little bit better stuff for it. Like you need to avoid 404, 424 series internationals because they're a little tough to get lift parts for. Sharon's. We got to send pigs from LaGrange, North Carolina to bottom of the world, California. Keep it going for a minute.
Okay. He's going to go
Ask about.
find snacks. How much you want to
No,
go?
I ain't finding snacks. I'm
No?
trying to breathe.
Okay. Well, what's some good equipment? We need new equipment. Chris wants to invest in some YouTube-friendly equipment, easy to work. That's the biggie. Has to be easy to work. Not too expensive. We're not going for $1,000 worth of equipment. A few $100 of equipment, probably. He's wanting $200. Camera, mic. Hey, doing things different. How you doing? Good night, old red tractors. Hey, Elflord, thanks for coming back. School, I've got a week break. Summer school just ended yesterday. And we actually start back next Friday. But I think I'm not. I think I'm going to take that day and go back the following Monday. But yeah, school's here. It's time. He's still telling me.
What?
I missed something. The Coast to Coast Piglet Rally Race.
Yeah.
GoPros. Yeah, I thought about looking at a GoPro. Something that Chris could like put on his hat like he does his flashlight. So when he's working on stuff, that would be really cool.
Yeah, but we don't do that many working on stuff.
But you would do more. Let's see. Geeky says he has a Sony Handycam, and he put the numbers up there. He tends to use his phone most of the time. The Sony's not bad.
Well, no drawback
And he
with a
said, but you
phone.
need a special part to attach your mic, and it's around $500. So that's out.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
And we got to do our 4,000 subscriber giveaway too. Don't forget that.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna do that. I wanted to wait for you to be here to talk about that.
Well, we're gonna talk about that.
Hey, Angie B.
We're gonna do a lot of
Sony
talking about
Ford
that.
said that he has a Sony Cam 2. Any newer digital cameras will work.
Well, we want to be in what 4K? What's that mess they call 4K?
Doing things different, so they use their iPhone. Need to find a cordless mic. We have Androids. We don't have iPhone.
But a lot of people complain about not being able to hear me.
Yeah.
A lot of people complain about not being able to hear me. And tell them I'm having trouble breathing.
He's got that same crud he had back.
It ain't crud, you know what it is.
Well, we don't.
We don't
No,
see
exactly.
the C word.
But he's having some problems breathing tonight. He can't exert himself any at all. Walking across the room makes him out of breath. So we've been using the phone and the tablet.
The tablet is like shooting kung fu.
Yeah, the tablet has got something wrong with the sound. It doesn't. I mean, we did a whole video and then went to watch the replay, and the sound was off by several minutes.
Y'all remember the kung fu movies used to come on TV on Saturdays? That's what it looked like.
Let's see here. Geeky says someone a lot smarter about cameras than me told me to buy a camera that takes great pictures when you want to make a video.
We ain't got
So-
sense enough to cut a thumbnail out of a video.
He said, so he got one that was made for video. Who is that? Huh? Who is what? Country Homestead Preacher said, who is that? I don't know who he was talking about. Oh, Elf Lord said that he thinks the volume is fine. It'd be nice if the camera view was more level and not looking up our nose. We can fix that. Put that on something.
We were talking about more in the videos, Elf Lord. People saying they couldn't hear us. We got jets and we don't use microphones. There's no.
I
So
need one more thing to put under. Give me one of those little boxes. I can't see what I'm doing here.
if you leave it too far forward, it's gonna fall over. The issue is with the stand on the camera.
Y'all, you just flipped everybody upside down.
I did what?
What? Yep. Oh, it fixed itself.
Yeah. The only problem with it being around that way is
It's still got a big angle to it.
well, we're just leaning it against it. See, if the tablet sets you up for failure for because it won't stand right straight up.
Whee! Okay, let's try Chris's profiling now.
I was trying to read the comment.
Hold on, I'm gonna try and fix it.
Well, Sharon, I will tell you, I have a whole lot better luck with pigs in the winter. Because if they get under that heat lamp, you're sure to save them. You ain't got to worry about mama mashing them when they go get under that heat lamp. Get away from them. At all. Now they got a view from my chin up.
I'm working on it. Hold on.
I apologize for our technical difficulties.
Is that better?
Well, they send a name tag now anyway. Was there any questions I didn't ask?
I don't know.
Wow. Just wow.
It's still not much better.
How you feel?
Well, it's head high, but it's
They get a better view of the science behind me.
okay. All right. Well, and you still got a profile thing going on. Look at the camera. Sorry about that.
We're in a roller coaster. There's Pettyway Family Farms. There's Jerry
said
Baker.
that you get your ears lowered.
I cut my own hair. Chromebook. Well, scroll up.
What we
You can do a litter in the summer, Sharon. We've got 2 litters right now doing fine. If I missed you, I'm sorry. But you can raise up.
Oh, can't breathe, Chris. Him. You don't hear him? He's kind of.
Y'all hang on a minute. I'm fixing to miss you.
And here we go.
Well, not then you can see my finger making the comments come up. Or I could sit up straight.
That might help. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Much better. Jay. Hey, Jay.
Jay Baker.
Oh, hey, Jay Baker.
Is there anybody else? If we missed you, I'm sorry. I try to say hello to everybody that comes in here. We're supposed to be talking about pigs. We missed all the pig comments. So. No, my barber died, so I went and bought me a pair of clippers and I cut my own hair. They do better in winter here. Now, I don't know how they do where it's cold, but here, smoke the PTO clutch. Oh, crap. I'm sorry about that, Jay. Oh, goodness gracious. Would you please deal with this?
If I can find him, where'd he go? Give me, how did you get there?
I reckon bread's off the menu now, ain't it?
Well, where is the rest of the bread that was in the bag?
I'm assuming in the stomach.
On the floor.
Knows the stomach. This dog don't weigh 30 pounds normally. Oh.
He just ate a half of a loaf of bread.
Two baby pivots still are getting much bigger.
You gonna give him your cute puppy look? The one that you gave me
Bacon
earlier when
bits
you
sizzling in the
broke my foot?
sun. Do what now? What'd you say?
I asked him, was he gonna give me the cute puppy look that he gave me earlier when he broke my foot?
Well, Jay, if you try to fix that yourself, you need some help with, just email me. I'll talk you through it. I've done that a few thousand, well, I ain't gonna say a few thousand times, but I've probably at least put 100 clutches in them. Who we got here? Mike Mayfield. Good evening. Oh, he's going through that. He ain't little and cute no more. He's growing like a weed. He's going through that this destroy everything destroyable phase they go through.
And bites.
But I tell you what he'll do. He'll come to me when I call him. He'll get in the house when I tell him to.
He loads up.
He loads up on the side by side when I tell him to, and in the truck when I tell him to. By the time they're that big, is he 8 weeks? Probably about 8 weeks, I guess.
Who?
And this is Eli.
Oh, he's closer to 3 months now.
Oh, is he? I didn't think we'd had him that long.
We've had him 2 months.
Oh, have we? Okay, well, he's close to 3 months. That's why he ain't cute no more. By that time, we'd finish on this top and feed. That tractor's pretty straightforward to put them clutches in. It's easy to split. It was made to split, you know. They thought about you having to put a clutch in
Why
when
don't
they
we
built it.
have a messenger truck?
Misspelling probably.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's right, Geeky. We all speak YouTube. And if you asked a question and I didn't answer it, ask it again because it means I missed it. Like I said, if I go past it on this tablet, it's gone forever. I can't get it back.
There's Minden Hills.
Hey, Midden Hills. But we've got just a couple. One boar, I think, 2 gilts left out of that litter off my full-blooded Duroc sow. They're half Tamsworth, half Duroc. They should be some really good pigs. I'm undecided about what to do about them. Ain't a bad idea,
Oh, Geeky. You know, that's the first time we've thought about, or you've thought about it. Did you remember that guy's name?
Chaos. 12% would be more than adequate for a topping feed. If you're if you got some pigs running behind, you could bump it up to 16, or if you want to feed something to feed your sows, 16 will be fine. We breed ours all year, Sharon. I really would rather have them in the fall, anytime it won't hot.
I'm not crazy about having them in dead winter.
I don't like having them in the dead winter. That's a good question, Kaleidoscope. To be honest with you, I don't even know what 3 pigs are in the thumbnail. Yeah, Midden Hills,
They
I've
really
seen
don't
them
have
do that.
much hair on their underside, so that may be why.
In the growing stage, a good rule of thumb, Chaos, is if you tear their stomach up, you're giving them too much protein. If they start having diarrhea, not bad diarrhea, but just loose stool, cut back on the protein. You can't give them too much protein. Yeah, people used to feed them charcoal, used to feed them cold. What they were doing there was trying to make up for some mineral deficiencies. What pigs are in the thumbnail? No, I'm not sure. I think the ones in the thumbnail are those solid red Duroc Tamsworth crosses. I think they're actually the pig mites getting in the pigs that.
I don't, honestly don't.
And no, I think they're 3 solid red. Does anybody remember? I think they're 3 solid red pre-cured Duroc Tamsworth crosses. Or they might be my 3 gold gilts I kept. I can't remember.
Oh, stop that. You can't do that now. No, don't.
JC's from when she's 16.
These 3?
No, the last one, it might not even be up there yet. It was one of those pictures you took the other day, and I don't even remember what it was. But Midden Hills, that's what they were trying to do there, was make up for a mineral deficiency. And it's nothing you really have to do now. The modern supplement, you can buy. Actually, if all you're trying to make up for is mineral deficiencies, those red mineral blocks you buy for your cows, you can bust them up and run them through your hammer mill, which is terrible for your hammer mill. It will corrode it all to pieces. But you can bust them up and use them to take care of all that. Pigs won't lick them, though. You can't put them in there and let pigs lick them. they won't do it. Jay says shoots for 16%. But you got to remember, I'm feeding some rye and some wheat, which is higher protein. So I don't have to use as much supplement to get to 16%. And I won't feed them 16% until they get about 50 or 60 pounds, because with mine, at least, it'll tear their stomach off a piece. I'll give you a pretty good one, but it'll be about 50 pounds. It'd be 20 pounds of, it'd be 30 pounds of corn, 10 pounds of wheat or rye, and then, what was it, 8 pounds of supplement?
I'm not sure which one she's
May
talking about.
6th. John Jordan said he got the pigs on May 6th. Be ready by November 17th. How long ago was May?
Well, it's August.
May, June, July, August. Tell you but sure, John, if you got them on a feeder, I would think you'd be holding them back by November if they're good pigs. Whole corn do the same thing, Mid-Hills, but yeah, you can feed oats. Just what I've always been told. I've never tried it to verify, but I've always been told not to feed your bred sows and your nursing sows much wheat. Now, that's if they're good pigs, John. But you should be able to top a pig out 5 or 6 months, no problem, on a feeder. Yeah, Sharon, we keep more than one boar sometimes. One boar can breed a lot of sows.
Yes.
A lot of sows. So we don't keep 2 boars because we need 2 boars. We keep 2 boars because we got 2 breeding programs. I raise everything from show pigs to meat pigs, and we raise pigs for color, and we raise pigs for several reasons. So sometimes we run more than one boar. I don't like running more than one boar, but we never have. Right now, we're nowhere near having too many sows for one boar. I think back when my daddy was raising, when he had 300 sows, I don't think we had but 6 boars to 300 sows. And you know the way that works. At one time, they're running themselves crazy, losing weight, and the rest of the time, they're just not doing anything. But it seems like the old ratios used to be 20 sows. I'm not 100% sure that. I had to look it up. But I think it used to be 20 sows to a boar when you had them on pasture. That sounds about right. It's 4 to 1. We said, no, I wouldn't laugh at you, Happy Quack, because I understand why, because you're doing different breeding programs. But I despise keeping a boar pig. I mean, they're a necessary evil. And like I said, my customers don't want AI pigs.
A blue-eyed pig?
Well, you know, we may have had a blue-eyed pig, Sharon, but I've never noticed it.
Having a blue-eyed pig.
Yeah, my hogs won't eat them either. Chaos says he got supplement on it, salty. But just watch your supplement, Jay. You got to have that. You got to have that mineral supplement. Oh yeah, cowpeas are great. She says her Gloucesters have hazel eyes. To be honest with you, I don't know if I know Tamsworth has
hazel, but I don't think I've ever seen
Tamsworth has scary yellow eyes, look like wolf eyes.
Yeah.
But they kind of stand
they
out.
They look crazy, bug-eyed. I mean, they just have that yellow-eyed.
They ain't bug-eyed, but they got very feral-looking eyes. I always got one blue. Well, I hate to say this, they never really stared into my hog's eyes. Chaos, you might try soaking them. Still, I might eat them better if we put them in the mash. But I fed them some oats. Feed mine oats right much if I can get them. I'll feed about any kind of grain I get.
Happy Quack
Oats,
said that
barley,
small
sorghum.
breeds have blue eyes a lot. Your chat disconnected. Apparently YouTube's screwy tonight. Okay, before it gets too, we got 25 people in.
Okay, Jay. Just make sure it's got lysine in it. That's the only thing I've ever run into.
Now that I've heard of. Damaged eye turning blue.
Lysine is one of the few things that I just not enough of in the cow supplement, I think. Hey, Piggin' It.
Hey, just Piggin'
But a
It.
good night, Elf Lord. Look, Kaleidoscope Junkie made something for us to give away for, yeah, a Blue Bud is a Yorkshire Hampshire mix. And I don't know if you can see this, but this is a little cup of soap, it's a little tribute to the red cups we have in all the videos. It's homemade soap. And we're going to have to do a giveaway. There's 4 of these, one for each of the 4,000 subscribers. But we're not sure how we're going to do it, but I just wanted to show this to you and thank her for making this. This was really nice of her. She didn't have to do it, and we really appreciate it. But we're going to have to give these away, and I'm not sure how we're going to do it, but as soon as we figure that out, we'll, oh yeah, Piggin' It. Well, they won't eat them with them soap. Try putting a little molasses in there with it.
How do you do a random draw for subscribers?
We'll figure something out. We ain't figured it out yet. I don't mind soy so much.
Did you show them how it looked?
I'll turn it. Sharon says she wants one. Well, maybe we figure out where you get one.
See?
It's just a little, it's soap on the road.
She made it look like Diet Mountain Dew.
There's a little string inside of this, but it's really neat. And she worked hard on that, and we really
Yeah.
appreciate it. And as soon as we figure out how to give them away, we're going to give them away.
Homemade soap.
But, yeah, okay, I'll try putting some salt or some molasses in it, or both if you want to. Just table salt or molasses. Now, table salt will stop the fermentation, molasses will speed it up. But I don't mind soy so much. I don't use soy when we make feed if I have people that are willing to pay the extra price for truly organic pigs. We feed some pigs out that'll be truly organic, and that means you have to get special ingredients for the feed, and it jumps the price up half again if the people are willing to pay it, willing to pay a deposit, because I'm not going to make that mistake again. I'll use bone meal or byproduct meal or something to bump the protein up, or field peas, or whatever we can come up with is organic.
Sharon says she needs 2 for her boys.
You too, random comment picker.
What?
And Jay's right, Min Hill. Soybeans raw are toxic.
Oh.
But you know, wild pigs eat a lot of raw soybeans, and deer eat a lot of raw soybeans. So I don't know how toxic they are.
Chaos, he uses,
And I'm not sure how much lysines in soybeans either. I don't think there's much at all.
you use, molasses, right?
Not that I know of, Piggin' It. Most time they won't eat them anyway. I've never had a pig eat a cornstalk, not the whole stalk. They might eat a mouthful of it, and sometimes we chop it up like silage, sweet corn stalks when they're good and green. And these old big sows might eat a little bit, but pigs are easy to block up with too much fiber, and the wrong kind of fiber, so that may be what people are talking about there.
Happy Quack is so that we can do our giveaway.
Oh!
Yeah. You plug it into any video, and people who've made comments, it'll just pick random people, how many you tell it to pick, and you give your stuff away. You contact that person and tell them that you need an address.
Yeah, I've never had much. I can't really get them to eat.
So we'd have to have them to comment their email address on a video of your choosing.
Okay. We're gonna figure out how to do the giveaway to be fair.
She's already put hers up there.
Who did?
Happy Quack. I think that was her email.
Oh.
Oh, at Happy Quack.
Oh. We're gonna get all this stuff figured out. But you know, most soybeans you get are gonna be GMO. Depends how you feel about that. It doesn't. It's not anything I'm too worried about. I don't hardly eat them. But I will say this, I don't need to catch up to technology. I'm fine being stuck in the 50s. Y'all just be thankful I'm doing this, man. Picking let me tell you something. My whole life we had to walk through fields and pull up pigweeds. And my whole life we've loaded those pigweeds in the back of a truck and carried and thrown them to the pigs. Well, now all of a sudden, pigweeds are highly toxic to pigs. But mine have eaten them by the doggone half-ton truckload more than once. As long as they ain't big and got spikes on them, they're fine. And
yeah, they can get thorny.
And you know, partridge peas are dangerous to pigs. You know, Jay said yellow peas on. I'm not even sure what a yellow pea is, Jay, to be honest with you. But I still think field peas are a better food source than soybeans. Especially when you can feed, I ain't gonna get no selfie stick, you ain't got to worry about it. I still say by the time you take the biomass of the pea vines into consideration, the fact that stuff can eat the vines too. And you know, we feed some soybean hay to cows, but it's pretty sorry feed. I mean, if it weren't for the soybeans in it, and they're not seed treated, you know, and they still got a few soybeans in it. The only thing I know for certain is don't feed your cows sweet potatoes, because most of the sweet potatoes will kill your cows dead or not. And they're going, what are we doing with cows? Hey, there's Cane Corso. You can't have no hogs around all them dogs you got. Them things have them eat in 15 minutes.
I wish we could pull up profiles. Can't do that anymore.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore. Well, Geeky Eye is our tech guy. That makes sense, Jay. That makes sense. And the thing I haven't tried yet is using field peas in actual feed. We feed most of ours green. Hey, there's Simply Southern Roots. Take over for a second, be interactive, and let me go see what kind of drama we can. Why don't we just have another baby? Be
I don't know if it'd be easier. Another baby instead of a puppy. Yeah, cane Corsos are big. How's everybody doing? All the new people that have come in. We had some technical difficulties earlier, so we had to start a new stream. It froze. It was funny. It froze for a little while, and everybody could still hear us, and then all of a sudden, everything froze. So we had to start it. He let the puppy out of the living room. Oh man, you had to let him out. He's gonna start barking again.
He was barking before?
You didn't hear him? I'm sure they all heard him. Yeah,
He was barking in there, that's why I brought him in here.
Well, he was barking in here, so I put him in. So that's kind of loop-de-loop there. That was the dog bowl. Anyway, we're excited about our giveaway. Well, I think we might just need to do a video that says it's the giveaway, if we're telling them to do a comment on that video, putting their email address. That way we can contact them and get their addresses. Does that sound? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay. We got Pathway Family Farmstead.
Yeah, they were here, were they?
Oh.
Well, that's Petaway.
Yeah, we got Pathway and Petaway. Okay. Let's see here. A few folks we know have cane corsos and tried having pigs out there. I don't think they mix well with the swine at any of our friends' places. And when Karen said Kaleidoscope, I'm interested in the breed where you're located. Just peanut, we put up sweet corn 2 weeks ago?
Or more, I don't know.
2 weeks ago or more. We did 30 bags off the cob. And my finger's still not healed. Steam. They cooked me.
Ain't nothing gets a dog attention like cellophane wrapping, is it? Either one of them. Alright, what I miss?
Petaway said that every time they put hay in their pig shelter or anywhere, they just eat it right up.
Yeah, that's the same thing to do with me.
And
You gotta use wheat straw or power straw. And if people tell you all the time there's mites in pine straw, and that can technically be true. But
here's where you're at. I know there's no way to get an exact number. They want just generally what's the total price of keeping a hog per year.
I can actually sum that up for you pretty good.
Hey Warren!
Hey Warren.
There's Warren Lewis.
You can figure on about 3 pounds of feed per pound of pork. Maybe if you want to be really safe, figure 4 pounds of feed per pound of pork. And truthfully, all the vet bills you should have should be $4 per pig and worm. Then your fencing cost if you've already got the fence. But your feed's going to be pretty much your main and only expense. And it's better to figure too much than too little. So say 4 to 1 and you should be safe.
Kiki said he's a little slow because he's got a lap full of kittens. We knew that you were going to bring those cats in.
The only thing I've run into feeding the fermented feeds, if you feed them too much, it causes a lot of problems.
They said that Corsos do just fine with hogs as long as they're raised around them. Traditionally, they're livestock guardians. Ooh.
That sounds pretty similar. It's $120.
Peaches. Oh, peaches and cream corn. I'm on a peaches kick today.
We don't know what kind we grow.
That, her pigs won't eat the Bermuda bedding.
That's what we use, Coast Bermuda, and ours eat it up. But they won't eat pine straw.
Minden Hill saying.
And that oil in the pine straw is good for them too. So.
Fermented feeds are supposed to be fantastic for pigs. I know you make mash and soaked corn, but I give mine a fermented mix of grains now and then. These include cowpeas.
That's the same thing. Just some mash. Just some fermentation.
Jay Baker said, Marina, if the feed is dry and can be stored correctly, you can buy all the feed that a pig will need. It's usually somewhere between 700 pounds to 1,000, and finish on a hog average where I live for $120. We just need to go where Jay Baker's at.
I don't think we take but 100. Depends if we make it or buy.
$120
That's about right.
for
Ain't over 150.
for 700 to 1,000 pounds.
No, but it don't take but $150 to feed top hog out, even if you buy it. That depends on the pig too. Some pigs are gonna do 4 to 1. Some pigs are gonna do 2.5 to 1. Now 2.5 to 1 pig like we got, you can feed that cheaper than that. Depending on the time of year. Season has something to do with it too.
Windows.
I don't know exactly what it does, but it'll mess up their intestines. It'll give them ulcers. It'll mess with the lining in their stomach. The old people called it burning them out. And it's a thing. I see it. A lot of people down here will feed just soaked corn. Just whole soaked fermented corn, whole kernel corn soaked and fermented. And it'll do what they call burn their pigs out. And some of it's a lack of supplement. Some of it's it actually messing up the lining of their stomach and their intestines.
I don't think I've ever had peaches and cream corn.
Yeah.
We have it around here?
Mm-hmm. It's just a hybrid white and yellow mix. That Honey Select's the sweetest dude I've seen so far.
When are you moving, Warren?
One more thing.
He was talking about his cat passed away a few years ago and hadn't got another one since he's been moving, and I asked him when he was going to be moving.
Jason,
Oh.
North Dakota.
Happy Quack's having a baby's born right now. This is next year. Hopefully next year. Well, good luck, Happy Quack. She says she'll call you tomorrow.
Is Jay the one that's been getting, no, it won't Jay. It was High Desert Homestead that was getting such cheap feed on. Jay, did you hear what he was talking? I wish we could get feed for that. Yeah, Warren, he did a whole video series on it. Y'all check it out.
No, Kiki's all about his kitties. He'll be back. Any advice on raising hogs in the desert? Or you just miss Happy Quack?
Yeah, you just miss Happy Quack. Who was asking that?
Cane Corso.
Not really, Cane Corso.
Happy Quack, she's got it down to an art form. She is definitely deep desert California. She would be definitely one to consult with.
Have you got a well, Cane Corso?
Yeah, water source is a biggie. What does he cause? Take that away from me. The puppy's struck again. Okay.
Cane Corso, just plenty of shade. If you put up shade roofs or shade tarps and a mud hole, you ought to be fine. You know, ain't gonna have to have a mud hole. If you can keep a mud hole in the desert.
Jay Baker said, for me to make a ton of 16% protein feed cost me about $225. or so. Haven't broke it down since feed went up. No, I don't think they've moved.
These moves-
Kaleidoscope said that she thought that Happy Quack moved to Arizona. I don't know.
No, they're still in Southern California.
Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. I didn't mean for you to spit it out over there. Give it here. Give it here. Give it. Get.
And the dog war continues.
Puppy strikes again. And Samson's sitting there looking at me like, please. Yay, Geeky! Geeky put the links up.
Tell Jay that our feed here traditionally before it went up, bought feed was $200 a ton, and I was making it for $100 a ton.
Okay, did you hear him, Joe?
It was $100 for 1,000 pounds. It'd be $200 a ton, and I was making it for about half price. They want $100.
No, it's $200.
$200 a thousand.
1,000, and now that it's gone
$20
up.
a hundred, 200, 1,000, 400 a ton. It was 400 a ton, and I was making it for $200.
Now that it's gone up, it's like $130 for 500, so $260 for 1,000.
Yeah,
$260 for 1,000.
524.
Since it's gone up, because it's
And
gone up. We're right at.
we don't have enough corn storage. We're having to buy feed.
Oh no, they don't have water. They collect water from their roof.
Oh Lord, man, you probably need to leave the hogs on.
Yeah. Jay said he heard you. That's not bad.
But I can make it for about 200 a ton.
Yeah, he can make it for about 200 a ton.
There's a lot of people claim they can buy it for 200 a ton, but I haven't found out where. You can get it down to about 250 a ton if you buy in bulk, but you got to buy in bulk. Haven't been.
Kaleidoscope said that Cane Corso needs to put lots of peat moss and other organic materials in a hole to make mud or cement lining because the subterranean will absorb all the water.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm trying to run a mud hole here. Those places here, you can't run a mud hole with a drain.
Just Picking It is saying they're getting their 16% at 200 a ton. They're getting it. So apparently we live in a bad area.
Well,
Cane Corso's in New Mexico.
well, with corn, with corn being fixed to be $10 a bushel, it's all gonna be bad.
Minden Hill says up in Canada we get it for $585 per ton, and that's ground mash.
Yeah, that's the same thing we do.
Cane Corso said a continuous mud hole could be an issue. Well, doing like the look, you know, she just said cement, make you a little pool type thing. Doesn't have to be very deep. They just want to cool off.
Yeah, well, the only bad thing about cement, water's gonna sit there and get hot. So they want the cool mud. The mud's more important than the water. The cool mud. They want to coat themselves with mud, keep from getting sunburnt.
Just Picking It, we need to go see them. We can get it 200 a ton at a local mill.
We can't do that.
Yeah.
We can't. They might be somewhere I could get it for $250 a ton, but I had to buy 20 tons at the time. And we don't have storage or actually feeding up. If we to buy in bulk like that, it would be nobody on us for to feed.
Yeah. Too much. I mean, buying a ton wouldn't be too bad, but buying 20 ton would be too bad.
We feed 500 pounds, ain't right, 500 pounds a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we feed 500 pounds a week.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is buying 20 tons would be more than we could handle. A ton
It would go, even if we were topping pigs, it'd go bad for we could feed.
Yeah, we could do a ton. We could do a ton and we could be able to.
Yeah, but a ton, you only get like $20 off.
Yeah.
It's not, you got to buy it in bulk. We can send Big Mike right over to the dump truck maybe and get it. You know, he'd do it for me. Oh, they wouldn't deliver it or nothing.
Well, I mean, I could see us doing.
Well, when we're topping pigs, we'd be 1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
But we're not topping anymore. I have to.
Hey, Jim. Yeah, better late than never. He just said he was stopping by to say goodnight.
Well, we're not gonna be up here much longer. I'm struggling pretty bad.
He's not
And
feeling
I've
so
missed,
hot.
I missed a bunch of comments, and I'm
I've
sorry,
kept
y'all.
you on most of them.
But I will tell y'all
There was
this
a
right
couple
quick.
that people were talking to each other that I kind of skipped, but
We had some other Canadians in here, and
Travis, we wanted to ask Travis something tonight, and he hasn't been up here. I hate that.
what was I about to say? Oh, that's something I don't tell y'all. I've said it in several videos. But pigs don't need as much feed as you think they do. That's something me and Kincaid were talking about tonight. You feed your whole input. And, of course, you top hogs, you feeders, you can lay them on a feeder. But your sows and your boar, precision control of the feed and then supplemental feeding makes a big difference in the money. A big difference in the money if you figure it up by the month or by the year. And I see a lot of people make that mistake. And then hogs that are too fat, what people call excessive finish, that they hurt you too.
And
Your sow don't need to be too fat. You ain't gonna put an extra stress on her. And your boar, if you feed him too much, he'll outgrow your sows, and they won't be able to hold him up. You got to get a new boar. Keeping your stuff diet right is a big deal. And I figured that out a few years ago.
Martin Webb, hey, how you
Martin.
doing?
That's a nice way of saying too fat.
And we also found out last time we used the feeder that there was more waste. There was a lot more waste.
Yeah, there's more waste. There's pros and cons to feeders. But one of the reasons I preach so much against automatic waters and automatic feeders is people have a tendency to put hogs on an automatic feeder and an automatic water, and they never go around their hogs. They're on a feeder, they're on the water, I don't have to go down there, so they don't. And that leads to a lot of problems. It leads to not seeing damaged fences, to not seeing sick hogs, to not seeing problems before they start. Automatic feeders increase your rodent problem.
Yeah.
There's a lot more waste with automatic feeder, and it has its advantages especially for the small pigs. A pig gets more benefit from being on an automatic feeder from say 50 pound to 100 pound than it does the rest of the time. But they will grow out faster on a feeder, except in hot weather. In hot weather, you can grow them faster with a bucket. But it's a complicated issue that,
And if you have any leaks whatsoever, you have to clean out bad feed because
and you have to clean out bad feed. And I mean, there's pros and cons to both of them. It all just depends on how you want to set it up. Like any of my breeding stock, you just fed with a scoop. Tops usually we'll put on a feeder. Usually, if there's for somebody else who will. Me, I feed my tops with a bucket. It's just all preference. And another thing, if you have the ability to feed them 3 times a day, you can do it with a bucket. If you don't have the ability to feed them 3 times a day, and you have to give them a whole day's worth at one time, they tend to waste it. There's pros and cons.
Did you smell it?
I can't smell nothing.
It smells good. Fresh.
That's a good way to do it, Jay, but you understand what I'm saying. There's people that don't. And I see a lot of problems
Good night,
with that.
just picking it.
Good night, Piggy. But that's one of the common things I see people have trouble with. That and inadequate fences. Inadequate fences is the other big problem.
Hey, Mac Newbell.
Hey, Mac. Go ahead and build your hog pen. Go ahead and do it right.
Did you see the question from Mac?
No, I did not.
Is it possible to put 100 pounds on a pig in 1 month, and what's the best way?
Oh, I don't think so, Mac. Not with any normal methods I know of.
Alright, go buy
Not
you a
a,
bunch of honey buns.
uh, if you fed them enough, maybe. But I've never tried to do that. We try to get pigs to 250 pounds in 4 months. I think they do it in China, but they put a tube down their throat and force feed them.
Um,
Well, that's what we do, me and Hills. I feed mine twice a day. But Mac, I don't know that you could do that because
it'll have a lot of fat.
yeah, you have a lot of fat. Uh, that puppy's the ill-naturedest thing you've ever seen in your life.
He's playing, but he's loud. Come on.
He's ill too. Some of that ain't playing.
Come on. You want a treat? Come on.
But we're gonna jump off here in just a few minutes anyway. But what are we talking about? Fences. Go ahead and put up an adequate fence. You know. Yeah, Jay, I don't know about 100 pounds a month. I don't. Well, you figure mine, half that would probably be okay, because I think we figured out some of mine gain 2 pounds a day. I think we have had some gain 3 pounds a day. Well, 3 pounds a day over 30 days. I mean, but you'd had the absolute perfect genetics and just the perfect feed, and it had to be cool, but not cold weather. I think 3 pounds a day was the best we ever got out of any. Oh, that's easy for adult pigs. An adult open sow of a large breed, not bred, gets 5 pounds a day. And an adult large breed big sow gets 6 to 8 pounds a day. Your breeding stock, like your gilts, from 100 pounds up, get 5 pounds a day. Your boar gets between 2.5 and 5 pounds a day, depending on condition. Like when he's breeding heavy, if you got a lot of sows, it's pulling him down, you can up him, but the maintenance ration is 2.5 pounds. Tops, if you try to get them to up to 250, you're going to eat between 5 and 8 pounds a day on a feeder if you keep track of it. So if you feed them with a bucket, you kind of replicate that. And if they get over 200 pounds, they might eat up as much as 10 pounds a day. And if they get over 300 pounds, they may eat 15. If it ain't go too fast. Your feeder, your little pigs, we try to figure 2 pounds a day on them up to about 50 pounds. But really, you feed them all they'll eat. They'll eat 5 pounds a day, let them have it. For them little pigs, it might be right. That might be right. But I don't consider them little pigs heritage breeds. Well, yeah, that's the way I am too, because I don't hate putting it up. I'm tired of doing it. As soon as I saw them done my whole house, build fences. Yeah, Milton Hills, I don't consider them little pigs, I don't consider them heritage breeds. Because to me, a heritage breed is a Tamsworth, something that they came up with in England 500 years ago. You know, Hampshires and Durocks that my great granddaddy raised on the ground.
Did you say hey to Old Mechanic?
I think so. If I didn't, hey, Old Mechanic. I believe that, Mark. All the help I got, sir. And most of that's more sport.
I drive a truck.
I'll tell you what though, it's getting tough burying them light poles. We took a video the other day to be buried. I buried a light pole in a white clay down there in the cow pasture. And I'll tell you something that tickles me. Oh. I'm sorry, Midden. I'm sorry, Midden. I didn't understand. I barely can see this myth. But yeah, that's right. 2 pounds a day, 1.5 pounds a day. That's probably, yep, I'll go with that.
What's the
Chaos
shameless?
email me about that.
Oh, the shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
Yeah.
I don't see the shameless plug.
Warren asked Icky for a link to his.
Oh, that's fine.
No, I was.
Chaos, I'm gonna tell you, the worst thing, and I tell everybody in here, the worst thing you can get is a pig that won't grow. You get pigs that won't grow, most times it's genetic. If you make sure you've got the feed right and you've got housing situated right and they still won't grow, it's genetic. It's just a bad pig. And you'll put more feed in that pig than you would 3 good ones. And the best thing to do is borrow your buddy's pig cooker and get it over with. These weighs 40 pounds, these barbecuable. We used to barbecue pig every Saturday. Want to look at me funny? Call me up a name? Act like he didn't want to do what I told him. Shame on his side. He was going in a barrel full of hot water. Somebody was going to McCall's, get some slaw, some cornbread. We fixed to pick a pig. That's when I had smell, you know.
Well, all the guys in the neighborhood moved away now.
Well, my partner in crime moved away. That was the worst part about it. Well, Geeky, you ought to come up here with barbecue. Old Big Mike's always got old pig with barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
Most of mine are sold by the time they're 5 weeks old, 6 weeks old. But that's what I'd do, Chaos. I'd have me a pig picking.
How little are they? About how much do they weigh?
They're about the same size as the ones we got out there that are 3 weeks old.
3 weeks?
Wow, Chaos. Overfeeding the sow won't make the babies too big. It'll make the sow too fat. There is some, but you can see she's getting too fat.
The risk is more to the babies than the sow.
No, Jay, these pigs are way undersized. If anything, it was weaned too early.
Mm-hmm.
Way too early.
You thought about putting a milk supplement in their feed?
I've already talked to him. I think he's tried several things. More than likely, what happened with the one she lost last time was it was a big breed boar or a small breed sow. That won't work. You breed a large breed boar to sow that's mixed with some of these
there's a whole lot of
Midden Hills are July 10th, 30 pounds or 60. That sounds good, Midden. Now, you know, Tansworth grows a little, and Birch grow a little slower than like a D-Rock, but that's pretty good right there. I knew what you're talking about. I speak YouTube. I knew it was Birch. 2 about 30 pounds, God's good. Yeah, I know.
So I was thinking that she wants
Talking
to
about
take a
died
road
on it
trip.
before. I thought he meant that she couldn't have the pigs. They overfed her while she was bred. She died trying to have the pigs, is what I thought. I might have misunderstood it. Just get what we use is just the cow milk supplement, the calf manna or save a calf, whatever they call that stuff. The absolute best is Purina. We can't find a Purina dealer around here. I don't know if you can order it online or not.
Some of them are more expensive than others, but yeah, check
But
online.
the Purina is the absolute best if you get Purina. And just mix it in with the feed. Hey, Thrifty.
VG.
Don't put too much and don't give them more than they'll clean up because it'll go bad and stink and get flies and bugs in it.
Oh, Tractor Supply has it.
Yeah, they do, Jay. That's right, they sure do. It's expensive as crap, though, I think, but they do have
How
it.
old are they?
They're old enough to be this big, and they ain't.
Well, they can give them regular cow milk after they've they're a
Well,
good
he's looking for something
size.
to put in the feed to
Well,
boost it up.
the I mean, if you add cow's milk to it, that would also help.
Well, you can feed them milk and ice cream. The ice cream, the company I used to work for, we fed pigs a lot of ice cream, melted ice cream. The co-op that's what they got for supplement. It'll make them jump too.
um,
Eggs will help them. Any milk product will help them. Powdered
See
milk will help
about
them.
bread, the bread, if you get bread man, any
Little,
kind of cakes, little
anything
Debbie's cakes.
sweet.
Molasses, he gives them molasses.
They
Mixes
were
it with
5
the
weeks
feed.
old July 4th weekend. They were just weaned too early.
Yeah.
Chaos. That was. Pettyweight, that's what we call
The ones you're gonna eat.
the one, a top hog. It's a fed out hog. A pig, a light top is 225 pounds, a heavy top is 275, 300. It's a ready to eat pig. And tops is just the pigs you're feeding out to eat. That would be any pig you're feeding out is a top.
Kaleidoscope, they need, well, a good sized dog carrier for 2 of them. But I mean, they're doable inside a vehicle. We don't need like a truck driver or nothing, but I mean, it is something.
No, don't mind. I don't mind you asking. You know, I know terminology is different everywhere anyway. But most pig terminology is kind of set. You know, I mean, we do have some words for pigs they don't use everywhere, like shocks and stuff like that, or bar hog. But
I put him back in the living room. Now he wants back in here. He was barking too much.
they're about the same age Eva is.
Yeah.
So they should be, at 3 months old, they should weigh near about 100 pounds. And they don't. So,
Yeah. Protein insure shakes.
yeah, I've done that. But we had somebody give us a bunch of stuff. Anything we're give that won't hurt them, we'll feed it to them.
Yogurt.
You know, but I feed it as a supplement. I won't take away from their feed and give them that. I give them the feed and that.
Well, he says mixing it in their feed. So,
Right.
yeah, you can mix.
Well, that was more for everybody else to understand it. We don't say, well, I gave these pigs 5 pounds of bread, so I'm not going to give them 5 pounds of feed. They get the 5 pounds of feed.
What did he knock over?
You know, we do stuff like bread, cakes, vegetables, stuff and on top of the feeding thing. Because somebody discovered a long time ago that, with the exception of sweet corn,
What are you doing?
what did he do? She knew better than not that dog in that living room. That's why I kept bringing him in here. You're going to destroy us, something. Yeah, chaos. That's. Well, we make our own, we call that pig starter, Jay. And that's one of the ingredients of pig starter is milk replacement. That's, so I used to work at the big feed mill for the big milling, you know, the big commercial hog farm. So that's one of the ingredients in a pig starter is milk powder. What?
He was standing on the end table. You had your hat.
Did he mess it up?
I think so. But I told him if I caught him on the end table again, I was going to spank him.
Well, you might as well go ahead and spank him. But chaos, I hate to say it, I know it's hard to do it, but you'll have more than them pig. Yeah, like I said, they ought to weigh 100 pounds. So, I mean, at least 50. At least 50. If you had them on pasture, won't feed them at all, they'll weigh 50 pounds. So, I got pigs out there that are 6 weeks old, just weaned, weigh 35 pounds, 30 pounds. So you better off cut your losses. If I could get them to 50 pounds, they're big enough to eat, I'd eat them.
Yeah, we've had people from food banks to give us produce, not
Hey,
cereal,
6-shooter homestead.
but
Yeah, man, we were
produce
talking about
they
that a while
didn't go
ago.
through
My pigs won't eat squash. Some of them. Some won't eat cucumbers. I got a few out there that eat anything. They won't eat them first.
What's wrong with him tonight?
He's not getting enough attention. He's not sitting in like that. Getting petted. He can't deal with it.
Between destroying the living room and crying, well, out of the living room.
Yeah,
He's-
that doesn't do it. Whatever you want to do, you better do it. You up everything you want to say.
Yeah. Anybody want a puppy?
Why do you chew up your feet on?
Anybody want a puppy? Okay. Oh, that's good. Happy quiet. How many do you have?
Already have? That fast?
Yeah.
That is good.
Piglets are okay. Had to wash a few and warm them up. She said that.
Well, good deal.
Who was asking about the in the desert? Corso.
Yeah,
Cane Corso. Cane
I think he might
Corso.
be gone.
Yeah, I think so too. Cane Corso was asking about how to raise pigs in the desert. We told him to talk to you. Let's see here. Chaos said that they go to. Alright. They're too small to go in the pasture. They go right through the fence.
Yeah, that's right.
Kaleidoscope said that she's raising black soldier fly larvae for her chickens and thinking about expanding to see if she can get enough for pigs too, high in protein. And Geeky said that's the way he is, that he'll eat anything, most anything that doesn't eat him first. 6-Shooter Homestead says I feed my hogs hay too. They don't even eat a lot of it, but every little bit helps.
Well,
Ours like to root around in it and kind of nibble on it.
well, they'll eat anything you put in there for bedding. They'll eat it. Just be hard to get along with.
Yeah.
Hay won't hurt them. A little fiber. Alfalfa hay actually help them some, but it don't hurt anything. The extra fiber, but as far as nutritional value, anything grass based don't do much for a hog. They can't really digest it.
Geeky said it might take a lot of carry on, but it may work as far as the fly larvae.
Oh, yeah, my. Well, it's 11 o'clock. And y'all, I want to apologize
Good night, Mendon Hills.
for not being any better than I have tonight. I'm having some serious breathing issues.
He's been sick for almost 2 weeks this time.
Well, I ain't as bad as I was, but I'm still having
I'm
problems.
still working every day.
No, I can't even smell them at all.
No, they haven't bothered him, and it's mostly spray stuff that bothers him. But they do have a good. I mean, I like that. It smells really fresh and clean.
Well, you did a really good job on them, Kaleidoscope.
Yeah.
Yeah, alfalfa's. I think alfalfa's great for anything that eats it, Jay.
Show him the string. See the string?
Yeah, I showed him a string ago. Did you take the soup out there? Anybody that didn't happen to be in here?
Oh.
Kaleidoscope Junkie made this for us for our 4,000 subscriber
She put them in
giveaway.
red cups because Chris drinks out of red cups and made them look like.
Well, the red
Diet
cups have
Mountain
turned
Dew.
into
See?
the red cups have turned into a running joke.
A
or
really
something.
nice.
That was very
scent.
thoughtful, and we thank you a whole lot.
Very good. And even some little ice cubes. See the little ice cube things. You didn't smell them at all.
I can't smell it. I can't smell it. But Kaleidoscope, what messes with me is, I guess, the propellant in certain aerosols, like hairspray or bug spray. If I get a whiff of that, I'm done.
We're hoping that, well, actually, I'm hoping that we can get some hamburger made, some deer hamburger made this year.
I ain't got no bullets.
Well, if y'all know where to get bullets, tell me. Happy Quack says there's evolutionary benefits from the pH balance of mud waller.
Well, pigs got to have mud. Everybody fusses. Why? Oh, your pig's in a mud hole. The pig won't eat the mud hole.
Good night,
The pig
Minnie
made the
Gills.
mud
I
hole.
don't know if I said that.
A pig's gonna make a mud hole. They like mud holes in the summer. Now you don't want pigs in your mud in the winter, but they love a mud hole in the summer. So we put our pigs in the pens that'll get muddy in the summer because they want the mud, and we take them out of them in the winter because we don't want them to get cold in mud.
Well, usually we just
Rotate
ditch.
pens so they dry out. So.
Yeah, ditch the pens really good. And,
But something I need to be honest with everybody about, we're on dead white beach sand, so the water don't stand here, you know. I'm not, you're probably right, because I don't know what they are, but especially hairspray. Nobody don't need no mace to defend from me, just hairspray, because I get one whiff of it, I'm on the
he won't
ground
just spray
gasping.
anything aerosol around it.
And some bug sprays, like one might, and what's so bad about nothing in the shop, carburetor cleaner, brake clean, penetrating oil, nothing bothers me, but household stuff will just about kill me. Yes, we grind our own feed 6-shooter.
Oh, he found something today that he just fell in love with.
Yeah, I found a grain cleaner, but the guy wants $1,800 for it.
Yeah, way too much.
Good night, Fedaway.
Good night. Have a good weekend.
We have 6-shooter. We make up most of our own feed when we have grain available. Yes, I am Kaleidoscope, but me and you know what's going on right there. Everybody else don't. And we got demonetized the last time we said it, so we ain't saying it no more. But anyway, we're supposed to jump off here at 11, and I apologize for not being a better host. And we appreciate each and every one of you to come in here, and we hope you had a good
Oh,
time.
she's talking about feeding the roadkill to the larvae or to the chickens.
To the larvae.
Okay.
But don't think your chickens won't eat meat too.
Yeah. They love it.
We used to give, when you clean a deer, the old butted up shoulder, everybody shoots a deer through the shoulder. The old butted up shoulder, we throw it in the chicken pen. And they clean it, wouldn't be nothing left but a bone.
Well, I mean, anything. And if they don't eat it,
Yeah, Jay called me. Or,
the bugs get in it and they eat the bugs, and then by the time they finish eating the bugs, everything's gone.
well, there's such things as a maggot feeder. We put rotten meat in a bucket with the holes drilled around it. And other than the fact, and I'm not going to spell it,
Yeah.
it actually works pretty good. I've seen a lot of people do it.
They sure are. Oh my God, Geeky. Ours will get a mouse every once in a while.
And I ain't never felt
It's
so sorry in a mouse in my life.
I mean, they will rip it to shreds, itty bitty pieces.
And they're not good at it either because they ain't got no teeth, so it takes them a long time to kill it. You know.
One will get it, and then the rest of them will rip it, trying to get it away from them, just tear it off.
Night, everybody.
It's bad.
Anyway, I can't breathe with you.
All
But
right.
you sign everybody, and I really appreciate y'all being here.
It's time for him to go lay down or prop up. He can't even lay down flat. Been propping up on pillows the last 4 or 5 nights. So hopefully he'll feel better. He's stubborn. He don't want to go to the doctor. Not unless he can't stand it. Good night, everybody. Good night, Warren. Good night, Geeky, Jay, Happy Quack. Thank you, Warren. I'm hoping that it'll
I'll be
get
fine
better in
in
a day or
few
so.
days.
Good night, class. Thank you again for the soap. It's wonderful. Geeky said he doesn't like doctors either. Thrifty VG said that God bless and good evening. Alright, we're going to get off.